Hey guys, back again here with Burak. We just did the uranium part one, 40 minutes of absolutely amazing charts for the uranium space. Check it out. Um, but for this one, we'll be looking at overall commodities, gold and silver, and so on. So yeah, Burak, just take it away without any extra intro. Let's just get to
Yep.
business here. So
Okay, it's Burak from Trading Channels again. If you haven't watched the uranium, I think it's very interesting, but I will cover the common commodities like gold, precious metals, oil, natural gas, palladium, and I'll throw in the NASDAQ chart as well. So um, obviously, most people want to know about gold. So let's start with gold, okay? This is the very long-term chart, which is originating from 2011, sorry, 2001. And this purple support rail, I don't think it's going to be broken anytime soon. We broke out of the blue gigantic bull flag back in 2019. We got to a new all-time high in 2020, another marginal one in 21 and 22. And last year, I think Casper and I were making a video in end of November, and
yeah.
just before it hit this green resistance right there. And I remember calling 2150 as the major resistance level, and it basically touched 2150, and since then it's been correcting. And why I put that 2150 was not only because of this green resistance right there, but it was also, so I'm going to come closer to with a daily chart. It was also the top of the red channel. So that red bottom band,
Okay.
this is from October, it rallied and it touched on a Sunday night when there is very thin trading. It touched that green plus that green one, not this one, that green larger resistance. And the red one at 2150 came down, it broke that red uptrend and it back tested it several times. This was Federal Reserve meeting and US dollar dropped heavily, which catapulted gold to back to the backtest. So many backtests on that red, but it still came down after a while. And if we look at a little bit more short term, okay, we are off that green support. You can see that green resistance was broken, back tested here. It rallied, but then it couldn't get, I thought maybe it's going to get to 2125. And I thought, okay, just a second, I'm going to put it right here. That was my thought process. Maybe it's going to get to that green golden top band, form a bear flag, and then come down to break it. But actually, it couldn't get there, came down, and it cleared this golden support. Okay, that golden top band is no more. That golden support's break was actually caused by the CPI news.
Yeah.
Okay, US dollar rallied and everything came down, but it managed to hold at the purple bottom band, right? And that's exactly what I said in my free video last week. I mean, this week I showed a free video and I said, this is a double support, that green plus purple, and we're probably gonna rally, backtest that golden broken support, but I think the start of this spike down is going to be retraced eventually, and then it's going to come down. I'm still bearish short term. Yes, I know it's very controversial, but why I'm thinking that is because of this gigantic gap here from October 8th. This is the Hamas attacks on Israel, and from there it really didn't look back. And I believe there is unfinished business here before it can break that 2150 level. And if it comes down to, I mean, this is where the spike started, right? Around, this is futures, by the way, 2040, around 2035, 2040. It looks like it wants to get out of the purple downtrend, but it could become a fakey and it would come down. and the gap is at 1845. Okay, 46.45 on the futures. A very similar chart on the spot. So I'm sorry, there are too many lines, but I'm going to explain it. This is the spot chart, very similar actually. On this one, the red bottom band held together with the blue. It's now testing the green top band and the blue. So we may come down, or we may erase or gain back everything that's lost and during the CPI release and then come down. So this could become a fake if it gets to that. You can see the major golden support, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches. It was already broken before the CPI release, and it got back tested and it came down. So I think the spot chart may get to that level. And I think for the spot, the level would be $2,025, $26. And then from there, I'm expecting more downside, especially if this red support breaks. And the purple bottom band is around 1900, and the gap is at 1840 or so. So that October gap may get filled. I'm not, yeah, I mean, nobody knows, obviously, but I feel like there is unfinished business. Silver's reversal happened in beginning of December on that Sunday night. That blue resistance got tested right there. That is the perfect resistance from the high of 2011. This is the high of 2021, and we touched that resistance right there. This is exactly at that blue resistance, and it came down and it bounced off the green support, formed a little green bear flag, came down, back tested it 3 times, that green major support, and it came down again. And in the video of this week, the free video, I mentioned about this blue support, which is originating from the COVID low. This is 2020, this is 2022. And I said, we may get a really big bounce now. And here we are, huge bounce off that blue support. Is it going to get to that red top band and reverse? That's the main question. If it does, I think it may break this blue support and come all the way to that golden bottom band. And we have a gap, excuse me, we have a gap from March of last year at 2060, which is very close to that golden bottom band. If it comes down to that golden bottom band, or just below 21, fill that gap and then rally. That's my take on silver. I think eventually we will break this blue support and come down to touch that 2050, 2060. And then obviously, if and when it breaks this blue major resistance, the target is going to be $30, which is that purple top band. The purple bottom band is 2020. This is 2015, 16. That internal resistance, look at that.
Yeah, perfect.
Broken, back tested in mid 2022. That's perfect back test. From there, we rallied. Now that purple top band is a potential major resistance. That's why like silver has been underperforming everything else for the last, well, 13 years.
Yeah.
Literally. So it's, yeah, you can make money eventually, but 13 years is a very, very long time. Let's have a look at platinum. I think, well, last time when we chat, that was again sometime in December, and I mentioned about this green top band that may reverse things, and exactly that's where it reversed, came down, broke this green internal support, which was holding as support. Previous resistance becomes a support. Then we broke down this golden bear flag and back tested this green resistance a few times. This week, actually on Friday, this is now interesting because this green bear flag is broken to the upside. So platinum looks bullish here. Okay, that bear flag. I thought it's going to break and we will revisit the 850s, but so far it's not doing it. So price action trumps everything. I don't do anything without the price action. I thought it is going to come to the blue, bottom band, maybe bounce and then break, but this here looks bullish, as simple as that. So I'm not going to argue with the market. I'm just saying this looks bullish than the others. Maybe, just maybe though, there is this red bottom band here and the red top band together with the green. We may get another reversal for it to come down again. This is the futures data, by the way, and the level for that red top band together with the green would be around 930, 935. So if you are long platinum, you should be careful about that level, 930, 935. Okay, but I think there is room to get there. And then if we see a reversal, yeah, it's going to come down one more time. Let's have a look at palladium, which is the worst market for my method. And I'm going to explain. I tried many times to say capture a breakout, a breakdown. The blue resistance was spectacularly precise.
Yeah.
It was broken to the upside. It didn't care at the back test. So had it bounced off this back test, I would be a buyer of palladium. But it basically smashed it into it. Then this blue support was broken to the downside, and now it's broken back up. So that's why, I pick my battles. I can't, this is not really working. If it's not working, I'm not going to do anything. So the only thing that worked recently is this purple bear flag that was broken to the downside, which delivered a new low, and this golden resistance is broken to the upside. So there is that. Kaspar, your video is off. Are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay, your video is
Yes, I can see for some reason it's off. I'll
okay.
just keep
Fine.
going, Burak. I don't know what's going
You're
on.
with me. All right. Natural gas, nat gas. Okay. This here is our guidance. When it touched 10 back in 2022, some of you may remember, Caspar certainly does. I said around 10, we are going to red top band reversal. There was other things as well. I'm not, of course, only depending on that red top band, which was a potential resistance back then. And it dropped 80%. It's more than 80% now. Just recently, it broke down this gigantic blue bear flag. And the ultimate target is the red bottom band at 1.3. Well, it's sinking like a rock, right? And it may get there much sooner than I thought. I mean, it's just month after month after month, it's selling off. And are we going to see it touch that red bottom band, which is 1.3? Mark that, because at 1.3, natural gas may bottom out and maybe rally to at least 354. So around 1.3, you may be, I mean, if you're short, I would close the shorts. If you want to buy it, 1.3 is a nice number where we can start a big rally. Oil.
I'm interested in oil. Nice.
This is US oil. So it's this triangle, that 1, 2, 3 touches on that. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. This is a low of 2021. And of course, this is war in Ukraine. And we have this gigantic triangle that's been forming. It also is forming this red bear flag. It tried to break the bear flag, but faked it. I'm going to explain why it faked it with the Brent video, the Brent analysis. That red support was broken, but the Brent oil gave us a better signal for a rally. In my free video, I said it's broken the blue channel. It did. It fell about $2 or $1.5, $2. But then now it's making new highs, which tells me I have to forget about this blue channel and probably put something like this, because as soon as it makes a new high, we have to look into something else.
Nice.
This here is our blue trend now, and it's targeting the red top band together with the blue. Maybe we'll get there, and around 81.60, 81.65, 81.70 for the US oil. If it gets there, that would become a double resistance, which would maybe bring it down to test that golden support one more time. That golden support is around 65, 66. And then from there, I think a big rally to start, to break this triangle. If and whenever this triangle breaks, that would become a major buy signal, as simple as that.
Yeah.
So price action trumps everything. I'm just saying, if this red bear flag breaks, we may revisit the lows of 65, 66. But if it breaks that red top band, moves beyond that red top band and breaks that golden resistance,
Both touch,
then it becomes a buy signal. Simple. Okay. So this is no prophecy, no nothing, but to me, the red one is a bear flag at the moment. Brent oil. The green bull flag was broken. That gigantic green bull flag was broken, back tested here, and it got back tested back in December again, together with this blue support, right? That was 72.50. It also cleared this golden bull flag just recently, right? So it all looks bullish at the moment, but it's not really out of the ditch yet. And I'm going to explain a little bit shorter with a shorter term video, but shorter term analysis right here. But I want to emphasize that the green bull flag that formed from the war in Ukraine's peak, okay, this gigantic bull flag is already broken and back tested twice. We may get another test on the golden plus blue, which would be around 73. If this purple channel, okay, again, as I said, on US oil, I was thinking the bear flag was breaking, but the purple bottom band, I had said also right after I looked into US oil, I said that purple bottom band may cause a big rally, and that's exactly what it did. That purple bottom band was a potential support before it started a rally. Once it started, it becomes a confirmed support, and it probably is going to revisit. So this red wedge was broken. It caused some sell-off, but then the blue bottom band held. And that's why the red wedge is no more. We have to remove that. And the next resistance zone is this golden zone right there. You can see 1, 2, 3 touches. It's getting there around 84. And if it goes beyond that, the purple top band is the next major resistance right there. 2 touches on both sides. The third touch will probably cause a reversal if and when it gets there. And for that, the price is around 87.30 on Brent oil, okay, which is going to be the current contract whenever it gets there. And the blue channel is a little bear flag. So this one is a small bear flag with good internal resistance right now that is being tested. But obviously, if it gets to the blue top band and maybe purple, that may also cause another reversal. So I'm looking at Brent oil, looks bullish, but maybe we are going to revisit 72.50, 73 one more time before I think it starts a mega rally.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we covered all the commodities. I'm going to throw in NASDAQ. Okay.
Nice.
So this gigantic uptrend, this is why if you were following me since 2022, 23, I was turning very bullish on NASDAQ at this golden bottom band. This is the low of 2009. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna do this. Okay. That top band, we came down all the way to the golden bottom band, even tried to break it for 1 or 2 days. You can see here. And then it recovered. Then we had this overhead resistance I had deleted already, but it was a major resistance that was broken and back tested, and we rallied. This red bull flag formed, and once it was broken, I said it's going to get to new all-time highs inside the golden gigantic uptrend. It is a huge uptrend. Is it going to get tested at its top band? Yeah, that's the main question. The level is, what is it? 30?
30 roughly, yeah.
It's about, I mean, depending on how it gets there, but it's just certainly over 25. So we are at 17,000. Is it going to get there? That remains to be seen. So a little bit more shorter term, we are now at a very critical level here for the short term, because this blue support that started in October of last year, first, second, third, fourth, this is the fifth touch. And it looks like it wants to break it. If it doesn't, then we get to the red, possibly pull back and break it to the upside to get to that green top band. But if it does break this blue support, the next one is going to be this green bottom band, which is going to be around 17,300. That green bottom band may become the next support to buy into NASDAQ, okay, to start another rally. But this blue support has been keeping things very, well, very bullish for some time. It's October. And yeah, that was it really. So either break and find another low, or keep on going. So Monday is very important, or even tonight, once the market opens, it's very important what it's going to do here. Is it going to break or is it going to bounce? If it does, I think the target is going to be a minimum of 18,500 or so, 18,400, 18,500. This blue support is very critical. I think that also, loads of different, I mean, over the time, last couple of months, massive bullish signals. I think I made a small video on this one, that purple resistance break back test. I said, let's buy. It's been a very technical rally so far by NASDAQ, and it still is a technical. And if we see a break of it, I think it's going to come down for a correction, a deeper correction. That's it, really. Whew.
Nice. I think you mentioned, this Monday or in a few hours, that break, or at least that moment in time is very important. Same thing with uranium.
Obviously,
actually.
I look at all of this, S&P, Dow Jones, Russell, FTSE, DAX. I look at all the indices, just like I'm looking at US oil and Brent oil. Sometimes one of them gives a better signal than the others. And it's always better to basically confirm your views by looking at different markets, which are highly correlated. Obviously, NASDAQ has been much better than, let's say, small caps. Russell is a sucker right now. But I think ES, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ, they have been moving in tandem. Sometimes I get a better signal or a better view from Dow Jones compared to other ones. Yeah, it's always useful to look at other things, and I try to trade the best signal givers at that moment. And I think NASDAQ is pointing to something that is better than the others at the moment.
Sounds good. And yeah, also as mentioned here, this week for the NASDAQ, very important. Same thing. Check out the uranium video that we just did this week. I say that a lot actually, but this week is very, very important for the uranium market, at least short term here. Long term is a different story, but yeah. So definitely check it out. So
yeah,
good, Burak. Thank you for your time as always. We will keep in touch in like 6 weeks' time again, whenever we find time to do it.
Yeah,
we were
of
supposed to do
course.
it a bit earlier, but something came in the way. So yeah, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
I
So
don't mind doing another, I don't maybe 4 weeks later.
yeah,
We waited a bit longer on this one, but we don't have to.
yeah, exactly. So 4 weeks roughly in that,
Okay.
that's when we will keep in touch. So
Okay,
thank you,
mate.
Burak, again. Check his channel out on Twitter, also his webpage, High Value for sure. I can vouch for that. So guys, have a great evening, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Casper. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Bye.
Burak.